Today, we're diving into how you can automate your business communications using MyOperator's API and webhooks. Hi there, I'm Maiko, your AI knowledge operator. My entire job is to take really complex topics and, well, make them simple. So today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to decode the language that lets all your different software tools actually talk to each other. Let's get right into it.
Just stop and think about that for a second. What would that even look like? Imagine no more manually logging every single call into your CRM. No more jumping between, a dozen different tabs just to send a simple follow-up message. What if all your systems could just talk to each other and react to things as they happen, in real time, and just handle all that busy work for you? Well, this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. It's exactly what we're breaking down today.
Okay, so where do we even begin with all this automation? It all starts with the power to command. You have to have a way to tell your systems, hey, do this. And that right there is precisely what our first tool is all about, the API. So what is an API, really? At its heart, it's just a messenger. It's a set of rules that lets one of your applications send instructions directly to another system, like MyOperator. The key word you have to remember here is initiate. Your system is the one making the request. You're telling the other system to perform a specific action, usually through something called a REST call. Just think of it like a super specific, perfectly formatted message that the other system is guaranteed to understand every single time. So what kind of commands are we talking about here? Well, how about this? You could have your system automatically place an outbound call to a brand new lead the instant they sign up on your website. Or you could automate sending a welcome message on WhatsApp. You can even schedule entire marketing campaigns. Or just ping the system and ask, hey, what was the status of that last call? The point is, you are in the driver's seat. Let's make this super simple with the pizza analogy. When you call a restaurant to order a pizza, you're the one starting the conversation, right? You're the initiator. You tell them exactly what you want. 1 large pepperoni, extra cheese. That phone call is your API request. It's a direct command for a very specific result. But giving commands is really only half the story. How does your system know what happened after you give the command? Did the call even connect? For that, you need the power to listen. And that brings us to our second, equally important tool, the webhook. Now, a webhook is kind of the polar opposite of an API. With an API, you're initiating the action. A webhook, on the other hand, is reactive. It's an automated notification that the system sends to you when a specific event happens. The critical difference here is that the data is pushed to you in real time. You don't have to ask for it. The system is proactively informing you. And you can listen for all sorts of crucial events. You can get an instant notification the moment a call is answered, or maybe even more importantly, when it's missed, so you can trigger an immediate follow-up. You can know the moment a customer reads your WhatsApp message, or even which option they selected in your phone menu. It's like having real-time eyes and ears on all your communications. Let's go back to our pizza order. You didn't have to call the restaurant again and again to ask, is it on its way? Nope. Instead, the moment the driver left the store, that's the event, the system automatically pushed a notification right to your phone. That text alert is a webhook in action. The information just came to you automatically. So let's put them side by side to make it crystal clear. With the API, you are the commander. You push commands and you pull data whenever you decide to. The action starts with you. But with the webhook, the system is the informer. It waits for a specific event to happen, and then it pushes the data to you. You command, it informs. That's the core difference. And this efficiency is a huge deal. The old way of doing this was called polling, which is basically like you constantly calling the pizza place every 30 seconds to ask for an update. As you can imagine, that's incredibly inefficient. A webhook is just so much smarter. It just tells you when something important happens, which saves a ton of time and resources. Now this is where it all comes together. Having a commander and an informer is great, but the real magic, the true power, comes from making them work in perfect harmony to create seamless, automated workflows. Let's walk through a classic example. First, your CRM uses an API to command MyOperator to call a new lead. That's our commander. Second, the call happens and eventually ends. That's the event. Third, the moment the call ends, MyOperator sends a webhook, our informer, back to your CRM with all the call details. Finally, your CRM, now fully informed, automatically updates the lead's record and maybe creates a follow-up task. 4 steps, 0 human intervention. So what's the result of all this? Well, this synergy completely eliminates the manual busy work. Your team isn't jumping between screens, copying and pasting information. The systems are doing all the heavy lifting, which means your team can focus on what they do best, actually talking to customers. So at this point, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but is it complicated to set up? Let's quickly look at the essentials you need for a smooth and secure implementation.
Any robust system will give you all the tools you need. For security, it'll use standard things like API keys. Just think of them as secret passwords for your software to make sure only authorized apps can connect. You'll get a sandbox environment, which is basically a safe playground to test your automations without touching real customer data. And of course, you get dashboards to monitor everything and the ability to customize exactly what information gets sent back and forth. And the best part? This isn't some 6-month-long IT project. You can build and test a working prototype in that sandbox in just a few hours. From there, a full deployment into your live systems can often be done in a matter of days. The goal here really is speed and accessibility.
Ultimately, though, this technology translates directly into business value. When you can respond to new leads instantly, you improve your conversion rates. When your support team has call data automatically logged in their tickets, resolution times plummet. And when you remove manual entry, you get cleaner, more reliable data across your entire organization. That's the bottom line.
If you take just one thing away from this whole explainer, let it be this. By combining APIs and webhooks, you are no longer just using your communication tools. You are conducting them. You gain complete programmatic control and total visibility over every single interaction. So that leaves us with one final question for you. Looking at your own business, at all the repetitive tasks and the gaps between your systems, what is the very first workflow you would put on autopilot? Thanks for watching.